It is often advocated that the most effective method to curb poverty in underdeveloped nations is to provide primary education free of charge. This sentiment is indeed endorsed for a number of reasons, which will be thoroughly explained in this essay. First and foremost, there is almost a universal consensus that every member of society, regardless of financial status, is entitled to learning fundamental skills, including reading and writing. The prime reason is that the more well-educated individuals are, the better the chance they will find a decent job that pays well. As a result, not only can men and women afford to pay their bills, but the community as a whole is also highly likely to thrive thanks to its competent workforce. That is why, if state funding were dedicated to sponsoring lessons for minors, average living standards would be substantially enhanced in the long term. Although many scholars repeatedly assert that more innovative methods need to be devised to curb soaring crime rates, critics often argue that these efforts would be in vain. In this essay, both views will be carefully evaluated in order to put forth a rational conclusion. Regarding the first school of thought, there indeed seems to be a plethora of viable tactics that can be used. First of all, it is believed that the more police officers are on duty, the more drug dealers and robbers will be eventually caught. If gang members were outnumbered by detectives, there would probably be no threat to society. Furthermore, ample studies have shown that in countries where harsher sentences are imposed, not only are ruthless criminals locked up for longer, but those who are thinking about committing a crime tend to be dissuaded from actually going through with their bad intention. While taking risks is often endorsed by successful businessmen, it also faces strong opposition from time to time. In this essay, both benefits and drawbacks of being adventurous will be carefully evaluated to determine which side prevails. Firstly, there is inevitably uncertainty in every life endeavor, be it business or personal. So, challenges indeed seem unavoidable. Hence, if an individual wishes to accomplish something, the only thing he or she can do is to pursue it, regardless of the obstacles they might face along the way. Meanwhile, once a roadblock is eliminated, it probably means that the actors would have learned the tactics required to successfully overcome it, and thus they would gradually accumulate enough knowledge and experience to replicate that success in the future. In addition, it is well known that the riskier the venture, the greater the rewards it can produce, which means that risk takers are more likely to be compensated generously for their bravery. In this day and age, there is an increasing trend among the elderly to invest more in themselves instead of saving for future generations. I am a strong advocate of this because there are an array of benefits that can be brought about, some of which will be discussed in this essay. First and foremost, senior citizens are completely entitled to the income that they have accumulated, and they can spend money in whatever way they please. If their hard-earned cash were allocated to activities that they enjoy, such as going on vacation or purchasing equipment that can facilitate them in their daily routine, it could substantially enhance the quality of their lives. As a result, their health would be improved, and other family members would not have to worry as much about taking care of the seniors, meaning everyone could be hugely benefited. A mounting quantity of age-old festivities either have been completely forgotten in countless countries or are on the verge of disappearance in many others. In this essay, a number of predominant causes of this worrying trend will be identified, and viable measures will be proposed to combat the issue. First of all, as modern lives become increasingly hectic, individuals are unlikely to have enough time to participate in elaborate carnivals that can go on for hours or even days on end, for they are mostly swamped with work as well as a wide range of other life commitments. Although senior citizens might wish to uphold long-standing norms, it does not appear to be highly feasible when personal responsibilities are taken into account. Younger generations, meanwhile, are constantly introduced to a variety of new, more exciting activities such as clubbing, and thus they are probably not interested in those originating in the 19th century. As a result, society as a whole tends to replace traditional festivals with other sophisticated events. A prime example is Coachella, which is a world-famous music fair held annually, attracting millions of dedicated fans. The topic of governments funding art and entertainment projects has always been sparking debates, as some critics claim that it is not essential. While it is considered an integral part of any culture, it is believed that art is probably not the most crucial, and there are a series of other areas that should be given higher priority. Admittedly, cultural institutions, most notably museums, art galleries, as well as cultural events such as art fairs and festivals, can bring value to society by exposing men and women to various art forms and enabling them to broaden their imagination and to enrich their life. Furthermore, these media tend to be used by artists to send messages about important social issues to the general public. Hence, it is undeniable that they play an important role in improving the mind of our community as a whole.